For some reason, so many modern women blast men for not protecting them. Brothers are especially targeted by such sign language. But does every independent, strong woman deserve protection? Ladies, think of this kind of like car insurance. Ever seen an insurance company give every driver a policy regardless of their history? Of course not. They evaluate various things about you before approving your request. If you're a good, responsible driver, hardly any car accidents, then yes, you deserve insurance. But if you're a road rage driver, always in a hurry, driving 100 miles an hour in a 30-mile zone, getting into car accidents, then hell no, you ain't getting protection. Some of y'all ready to fight everybody, then expect a man to automatically protect your angry ass. Why, ladies? Why? Just like you gotta qualify for car insurance, you gotta qualify for a man's protection. How many men have lost their lives behind messy women? Like, share, subscribe.
Good morning. So I wasn't going to say anything originally, but came across too many videos and stitches of the young lady who was unfortunately assaulted by the gentleman over not giving her number. And I'm seeing the stitches and the comments and the videos from black men and black women alike, especially from the black men saying, well, this will happen when you say you're independent. Seeing them talking about, I got family, I can't risk my life. Seeing them say, well, she should have just gave her number. These are the exact same men who said you should just walk away. You should just say no. This is what I gotta say for all the men that's out there claiming that they had a wife and kids to go home to. Call the police. The very people that you're scared of. Call them. Call them. The fact that you continue to move the goalposts, you're just as bad as the people who villainize black men and black women who get gunned down by the police. Matter of fact, you're worse. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you'll be asking for justice. Now, if she would have sat there and popped one in him, y'all would have been upset. But y'all are perfectly fine with saying we need the full context of the story. For the black women who are seeing these stitches and these duets and these videos from black people making excuses, you deserve to be protected. No ifs, ands, buts about it. No stipulations, no nothing. Black women deserve to be protected. I don't know what's going on in the world. We have black women coming up missing. We having black women coming up dead. We're having black women coming up assaulted. And yet the very people who want to be leaders showing time and time again that they're weak as water. And I stand 10 toes down in that. If you do not have the cojones or the testicle fortitude to defend someone who is helpless in a situation, you're no value to anybody, let alone your family. You may think you're this big protector if it would have been your wife or your kids or your mother or your sister, but I assure you, you wouldn't have done anything. You would have did exactly what they would have said. What are we supposed to do? So just to let you know, this is one black man that feels like you guys are weak as water. So for the rest of y'all, have the day you deserve. But for black women, you deserve to be protected. Have a wonderful day.
What's happened is a lot of the men, they feel neglected, they feel betrayed, and they feel unprotected by their own women. They feel like their own women raise up against them and try to fight them and are egotistical and are masculine and are arrogant and are hard.
Plus, who wants to protect that?
Well, you can protect yourself.
Yeah, you.
If that's what you are,
you masculine, you egotistical. You know, you want to raise up against a man. Men, you are not entitled to protect a woman just because she's a woman. She has to earn your protection. She has to earn your protection. Protection is something that is not just given to anyone just because of their gender. You know what I mean? If a woman wants you to put your neck and your life on the line and, you know, a robber breaks into the house and you put your life on the line to protect her, to make sure she and the kids get out the back door, that has to be earned by her cooperating, by her being feminine, and just by her just being a positive person in your life. But egotistical women that are masculine and raising up against you and raising her voice and putting fingers all in your face, who the hell wants to protect that? You on your own.
If you want to match my energy as a man with masculinity and you are truly independent and you truly don't need me, then why do you need my protection?
Right.
And this is where we've come to, because we have this convenient on and off switch with I'm independent and I don't need you. And then when shit gets real, all of a sudden I'm unprotected. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work both ways.
It makes no sense.
It has to go one way. Either you require my protection because I am a protector and this is a quality that I have that you benefit from, or I'm useless and you can do everything that I can do, including protect yourself.
Got to make a choice.
Strong I am, no matter how strong I am or independent financially, outside the house I'm a boss lady, but at home I'm just a girl, and I'm a woman in the end. I do need protection. No matter how strong I am, I do need protection. I am vulnerable. And I don't deny the fact that there are things that men do that women can't, and things that women can do men can't. We don't compete, we complete each other. We're like yin-yang, No matter what, no matter how strong, how independent, how much of a boss lady I am, once I'm home, I don't want to be all of that. I want to hang that coat outside the door. I want to be vulnerable. I want to depend on him. I want to be cute. I want to, I want someone to, take care of me and just make my day a bit easier. Someone I can sit and talk to. Someone I can open up to. Someone I can ask for advice and all that. So I don't believe that you got to be a boss lady inside and outside the house. You got to give the man space so he can practice his alpha behavior. No matter how strong I am.
Men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction. Women need men. If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for? Who's a better companion, men or women? So men built the world. All the hard jobs are done by men. If men disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about. Men can be alone. Women can't. Women are social beings. We need attention. And men don't. You don't see women going out to the woods and just roughing it. That's a man thing. Yeah. Who's camping and fishing? It's not us.
I get it. Like a lot of modern day women say, well, I should be able to do what I want, blah, blah, blah. The problem is this. Women want a man to be traditional while absolving themselves of traditional responsibilities as a woman. You want me to protect you, earn more than you, be confident, make money, all these other things. But if I say, hey, listen, you can't put your ass on internet, you're toxic and insecure. And it's like they pick and choose what they want to take from traditionalism that makes, puts them in an advantage. But the man's roles are always static while hers are negotiable. And I tell guys on this podcast, like, if you're going to be a traditional man, she needs to be a traditional girl. It's bullshit that you have to, be traditional on your end and provide and bring home the bacon and be willing to die for this girl and protect her when she can't even say no when her girls ask her to go on a girls' night out. That's that's my thing.
Simply put. A lot of men have unhappy marriages and relationships because they have a misperception around what their value is in the relationship. For thousands of years, the role of the man, the husband, in a marriage was to essentially be the primary protector and provider of predators, provider of income. Over time, this value has diminished. What I mean by that is you really, if you're a woman, don't need a man to protect you in the same way that you did at one point in time. You don't need a man's strength. You don't need a man's ability to handle a weapon. Same with providing. So yes, if you're a mom, it's going to be harder to make more income for sure. But if you're without child, you have just as much earning potential as a man. I get my financial advice from Cody Sanchez, who's an incredibly successful woman in the business world. And I know tons of successful women in the business world. So therefore, where does that leave men? Like, wait, I thought I was here to provide and protect. That's what I've been focusing on. A woman is saying, actually, that's not that valuable to me. What's valuable to me is a man who can provide emotional protection and support. When you start getting defensive or venting all the time, getting angry, shutting down, storming out, that all signals to her that you're unable to provide that emotional support and safety that she's looking for. The modern woman needs something different from men today, and that's what is creating this disconnect in so many relationships guys don't get. They think they're checking the boxes and they're not for the woman.
I said, is she grateful that her man was there to protect her?
Was I grateful that he was there?
Yes.
Why that word? Honestly.
What's wrong with the word?
Honestly.
I'll be grateful for my woman. When my woman makes me food or when my woman rubs my back, I'm grateful for everything. That's not to say
I could defend myself. I could do
I'm just
all
saying,
that
were
stuff.
you grateful your man was there? We still can't get
No, I said no.
Me protecting my woman, I'm willing to die. I'm willing to catch a bullet for her. If her man loves her and respect her, he's willing to go beyond handcuffs to protect her.
He would.
And that's the point I want you to get. I think y'all going past it. You keep comparing what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, I believe my woman will be willing to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
But and that makes me grateful for her.
This modern woman says men need to protect, provide, and shut up. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip. Afterwards, I'll give my commentary.
Y'all saying pay bills or pay all the bills?
Pay bills. Pay bills. They were like, no thanks.
I don't think a lot of women are qualified for a man to pay their bills. Like, y'all don't bring enough to the table for us to pay our bills.
Oh, Lord.
They rather say I am the table than rather say than what they bring to that table.
I miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up. Protect, provide, and shut up. Nowadays, it's
and we miss when women used to be feminine, fit, and friendly.
Whoa. That last part. Shut up.
Protect, provide, and shut up.
But then y'all let me run.
Fellas, this is the mindset of today's modern woman. I need you to protect and provide while I take seductive pictures of my ass on Instagram and go out to the club every weekend. I need you to protect and provide while I sit here with my non-existent personality and give you attitude for no reason. Shout out to the brother that checked her, because enough 304s don't understand the law of equal exchange. If you want a job, you show up to the job interview in a suit, not a clown costume. With makeup and weave, you can hide your looks, and with enough acting skills, you can hide your true personality. But one thing you could never hide from a man is your worthlessness. They say within the first 10 seconds of meeting a man, a woman knows whether or not she's going to give up the I believe that, because within the first 10 seconds of meeting a woman, a man knows if he's going to take her serious or not. It truly amazes me how women today could have absolutely nothing to offer and still think someone is going to wife them. To all the women listening, I know this isn't something you want to hear, but no one is going to wife you up for no reason. You need to have more than just your vagina. Don't get me wrong, it'll keep him around for about a week or two, but after that he's going to find something else that tickles his fancy. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, make sure you let me know by hitting that like button, and don't forget to share the link with your friends. I appreciate you all. Until next time.
So we've all heard by now the common complaint that Black women as a collective are not being protected by their men. Now, what is rarely talked about, however, is the fact that we as Black women actually voted their protection away. Now, what do I mean by this? Black women are the most feminist. By and large, we overwhelmingly vote for feminist policies, and under a feminist framework, men and women are equal. They should have, equal opportunities, equal access to jobs, to pay, to positions of power, things of that nature. Men and women are essentially to be put on an equal framework. Now, under that, why would you need protection from somebody that you are equal to? Why would you need protection to somebody who is essentially equivalent to you? That will be considered misogynist. That will be considered disrespectful to a woman's ability to maintain and protect herself. And so we have to be honest about the fact that this is the kind of culture or framework that we did create. And now, fast forward decades later, where things are a lot more feminist than ever, and women do have a lot of opportunities, and they are put in positions to compete with men. Now it creates this complicated framework in relationships. But here is the bigger picture. The reason that we are not protected as Black women is because we voted that we didn't need protection. By doing, by coming into agreement with some of those different laws, and by, again, putting us in positions to be more and more equal or equivalent standing with men, we in essence said, we're the same. We are just as capable of doing all these things. And so again, I ask you the question, if you are able or capable, why then ask for protection from the very men that you are equal to? And this is why, under this framework, this is why under the current structure, we cannot expect for a community or collective of Black women that we have essentially said that we are just as equal to. We can't expect them to now operate under a traditional framework. We are now under a modern setup. Apart from maybe a husband or a family or maybe a close-knit community, that community framework that we're looking for, it doesn't really work or operate under this, capitalistic, individualistic, feminist structure that we currently have today. And I think this is just something that we're going to have to reckon with.